There we go. There we go. Now it's going. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fatebound Fellowship with another episode of Seeds of Naffisea. Um, for a recap of what happened this last time, go ahead and kick us off. Get us started, Carson.
So, as we walk up, Brongus is among one of the new people that have arrived. He is a little bit disoriented and isn't really saying a whole lot. Uh, as they walk forwards, they meet with Styre. Styre is in a very poorly shape. He looks like he's been turned off for a long time, and he's just decrepit sitting there. Uh, and we approach him, including Brongus, who has since woken up a little bit more and tried to steal things. As we approach him, Styre wakes up and tries to start killing us. So we start attacking him back. Styre loses very poorly against everyone else and can't roll for shit. Uh, After that, uh, we find some solace in Styre after we knock him out, get him back up, fill him with steam, and he's just about good as new. He's still a little bit shaken up. Does anyone want to continue after that, or you want me to keep on going on?
Emily, take it away.
I just took a bite of a peach.
I'm so sorry.
Good timing.
Is your food good?
It's fine. Williams, take us from there. Maybe fill in some of what Carson said.
So after the fight, well, we knocked Dyer out, and we found the key to what was possessing him. So we blew out the torches, and that turned out to be the key that was to the magic that was possessing him, causing him to attack us. Once we got that done, we verified that it was actually he was back and okay. So I used mending to fix his dents and stuff that we put on him. And then we went back to the barrels of water that were stored by the bandits in the area and filled him up with that. So he's full of water. And we had just walked out. Well, we were going back to loot the rooms. Yeah, we were going back in through to loot the rooms and clear out the rest of this underground complex. When we ended last time.
Awesome. So, let me kick it back over to there. And that. All right. Nope, it is not that one. It is that one. There's the map I was looking for. Okay. So, you guys can go back through, go through any rooms y'all would like to go through. And yeah, then we'll continue from there. I can give you a description of the rooms as you go through them or as you get to them. It's up to you guys from there.
We go into the maps. What room are we currently in?
There it is. We're currently in 22.
No, 22 is where you did the fight. 21 is where you blew out the candles, and then you took him to the water barrels in 18.
18. So we're currently in 18.
Yes.
And we've already been.
I don't know if we.
Correct. We went from 21 through 18.
Yes. You guys did not go into 20, I believe.
Or 17.
Yeah, you didn't
No,
go through.
we did go into 20. We did go into 20.
Oh, that's right. You guys fought the things in there.
Oh, yeah.
They were asleep. We avoided them. We were pretty beat up.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, you guys didn't go through 17. You didn't really go through 12, 13, 14, or 15. 7, 8, or 6.
So we're gonna skip the grubs in 20, unless it looks like there might be treasure in there. Then we might have to like make an exception of them.
There's not anything you see right off that you would consider treasure. It's mostly like just like molts that have been left on the floor and like that kind of stuff. There's broken crates, shards of wood here and there, but for the most part, nothing you really see as treasure immediately.
I might have to sneak through there quietly, just to do an inspection without waking the ones. Is anybody okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Brongus is going to look in to make sure there's nothing shiny for him to take, and if he doesn't immediately see anything shiny, he's going to keep on going on.
I got a stealth of 22, Caleb.
Alrighty. Let's see if they notice you. Actually, I'm going to use my other dice set that I pulled out.
Uh-oh.
I did not have their stats pulled up, so let me pull up their stat block real fast. That is going to be exactly a 22.
Oh.
It's a 19 plus 3.
You didn't have to roll so good.
By the way, first time I've used this set of dice. I bought them forever ago.
All right, that wasn't very nice of you.
Literally my first roll with this set.
Are they moving to attack?
They are not moving to attack. They've just woken up and seem to be on alert.
I can torpedo myself again if necessary.
They're kind of like scuttling around the room, checking everything.
I'm gonna hold still best I can, and just try to stay hidden.
Yeah, I would say that you didn't actually even make it into the room. Just as you were stepping in, you stepped on some wood or something that you didn't see, and that woke them up. So you're still kind of in that hallway between 18 and 20. If you just wanted to back on out.
I got a 30 on backing out.
Oh yeah, you didn't even have to roll for that. It's a pretty clean floor in 18. It's just things start to get rough as you move into 20. So, what's your next move?
Well, gonna make mention that they're awake over there, and so we need to probably, unless we're ready to fight them, we need to go ahead and move on.
At least keep on going on. Are you gonna you're gonna specifically tell us that we need to start?
Yes.
Moving, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep on going on. I guess 12 is the next goal.
The next room in order, heading back towards the the like main room would be 17.
So should we just
That was 20 y'all looked at. Knox looked into 17 as y'all were coming in, but he didn't actually like look around or anything. You just Knox. You just noticed that there was that little tunnel that seemed to go up.
Right. So we're gonna try to follow that, see what's going on, or see what's in 17.
So once you get into 17, it's another like more open room. Not really anything on the floor or anything like that. There's just a ladder that extends up into like an opening, just a hole that looks like it's been carved into the
Kinda
roof,
like the escape route, possible.
possibly. Once you get up in there, you realize it's just another cave. And if you follow that cave on out, you're standing out in the woods near the Purple Lake.
Okay.
Kind of in the trees and brush right outside of it.
I'll go back and report my findings.
Just an alternate exit if you so chose to take it.
Yeah. Well, we have some rooms we need to check. We left some stuff behind us.
That's all good. So you moving on?
So back into 12, and then did we do 13 and 14?
You did not
15?
do 13, 14, or 15.
All right, so we're gonna go back that way and check that.
Everybody cool with that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm following his league away.
Rangers lead the way.
So heading back through 12, the room is large and open. Anybody who looks at the floor ceiling can very easily notice that the floor clearly used to be covered in the like stalactites and stalagmites, but they've long been trampled and broken. Continuing on to 13.
Yeah.
In 13,
There should be 2 dead carcasses in 12 also.
there are not any dead carcasses in there. You guys fought those in room 11.
Oh.
In 13, the floor in this room is covered in a thick layer of slime that leads from room 14. It's like a thick mucus.
Ooh.
Is it corrosive?
It is not.
Just slick?
Yes. It's actually very sticky.
You.
Any,
You're not like
any
sticking
footprints
to
in
it and losing your shoe, but if you had to guess, it would definitely be considered difficult terrain for any combat that might take place. Like you're having to trudge, like you're walking through mud.
At a glance, does it seem to be anything like, valuable in this room at all? Is there any sort of shelves, boxes, anything like that?
Every surface of this room is covered in this mucus, and it all leads back towards room 14.
I'm not 100% sure we should go this way.
The thing is, well, I don't know actually.
You don't hear any sounds or anything coming from 14. I'll tell you.
Okay. Coming from 14.
So what say you all? Should we go back and check some of the other rooms?
Yeah, I think we should. So we are in 12 currently, correct?
You are in
13.
13.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we should just head on to 14, see if there's anything in there.
What say everyone else?
Everyone else want to go 14 with me? I'll take the lead.
I'll go with.
I'll follow up.
Cool.
And Twig?
What?
Are you going into 14 or staying in 13?
I'm gonna follow
Okay. So, for everybody that steps into 14, as you enter into it, this slime on the floor in the room 14 turns into like this rock hard substance, like concrete, and it's almost black. Sitting in the hardened slime is egg casings. They appear to have whatever was in them has already hatched.
Oh.
Yask under their breath is just gonna go, "You've got to be kidding me."
Brongus, of course, is going to look for anything that is shiny.
I mean,
this. Are our feet stuck?
No. All the stickiness of the slime isn't present in this hardened version of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we kind of stepped out of the slime.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go into hiding so that I could ambush anything that ambushes my party.
I'll tell you, the room is pretty dark unless you have dark vision, obviously. But the only thing to like hide behind is these egg casings.
Okay, well I got an 18 on that.
I will tell you, the casings are pretty large, and there's nothing in here for you to roll against, so you are hidden as far as you are concerned.
Brongus is going to look inside the egg casing to see if there's still anything inside.
Repeat that, Carson.
Brongus is going to look inside the eggshells to see if there's still anything inside.
There is nothing inside except a substance similar to that green slime.
Okay. Gross. Brongus is gonna just, leave that be and take a step back as he admires the rest of the room.
I will say, you continue to hear no sounds from further in.
Cool.
So we're gonna have to check out 15
if you wanted to, yes. To see where the story leads.
We need to check out 15.
Yeah. We're in danger.
Curiosity. Curiosity killed the murder hobos.
Yeah. So anyway, anyone who steps into 15, which would be Nox, Brongus, I assume Styre.
Yes, Styre is listening.
What about Yask and Twig? The rest of the party is going into room 15.
I'm looking for traps or keeping my eye out for them.
There's basically nothing in this room other than big old eggshells, so we're gonna leave it be. And we hear nothing from this next room, so it must be completely safe.
Of course.
Yeah, why wouldn't be?
Says the murder hobo.
There has been nothing valuable to investigate yet. Is this place just a dead end?
So 14, I guess we should walk into 15 like we own the place. It would only be safe too.
As you step into 15.
Nope, I don't like the sound of that.
more of this black substance that's covering everything is in this room also. But in here, it looks it's being used like to hold bodies to the wall. Like there are bodies like suspended in it up on the walls. Some of the bodies match the armor that the guards were wearing in the town, in the village, while others seem to just be random citizens.
Is the resin still currently hard, or is it?
Oh yeah, it's rock hard.
Okay, so they are stuck.
Are
They are, by your best assumption, not living anymore.
Okay.
Most of them are just bones that are still trapped in the wall.
Right.
There are a few carcasses still, but not a lot is left of them.
Fair enough. Okay.
Is the slime like decaying it or something?
I don't know.
Well, he did say the slime is non-corrosive, but you know,
It doesn't seem to be having an effect on your armor,
I see. Okay.
whether it's leather or metal.
We should probably get out of here.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm not liking this. There's bodies to the wall, something suspicious. It may not decay you, but it may have something to do with you getting stuck in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steyer is going to take a sample of the hardened resin and try to light it on fire and see if it burns or not.
How is he getting a sample?
He is going to use his. Actually, well, hang on. Let me make sure I have something to. Ooh.
I'm gonna
Do you
be
think
honest.
Do you think a great club would be able to shatter some of this, or is it that hard?
You can try.
Okay, I'm gonna use my great club and try to slam it into the ground.
Roll a d20 for me. You can add your strength and your proficiency.
I forgot you weren't playing Navario, so I kind of panicked for a second. You said set it on fire.
Proficiency. Yeah, I'm gonna have a +0 for strength, so that's gonna be a 13.
The end of your club has been blunted by the blow against the floor.
Youch.
Like there's a big ass dent in it where it hit the floor.
It didn't crack.
Did not.
Okay, so this stuff is hard. I still got my hand.
Yeah, we should probably go.
Yeah. Yeah, it would probably be a good idea to leave.
So yeah, Knox is leading the way out.
So yeah, you guys head back to the other room.
Back into 12. See, we checked 14 and 9, didn't we?
You checked. Yes, you checked 9 and 10. So the only rooms left you haven't looked at are
That is a 10.
6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back and probably hit 8 first.
So the resin is still soft in 12, or is it?
The resin is soft in 13.
Oh, it's soft in 13. So whenever we go through 13 to go to 8, I'm presuming that's our next room. I'm gonna get a sample of it and see if it's flammable, just in case we need to light this whole place on.
As you guys go back through 13, you see like where you walked in originally, those spots have hardened. Like where each of your footsteps were.
Interesting. I'm gonna put my feet in the same spot.
Okay. And then, is this Brongus collecting a sample or Steyer?
It's gonna be Steyer that's collecting the sample. He has the intelligence.
Okay, what is Steyer using to pick up this sample?
He is going to use the. He's just going to use one of his torches, unlit, and just try to whisk it on top of or on the end of his torch, and try to light it on fire.
Okay, yeah. You get it on there. You light it, and it lights.
Easily, like, does it almost combust, or is it just like
It's
kinda burn?
it's not any more difficult to light than it would be just a normal torch.
Okay, so fire safety rating of 1. Okay, I will continue on with my lit torch so I can see.
Alrighty, so you go back through 12, and you said you wanted to go to 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you 7 and 8 are both a room similar to the ones you guys went in when you came in, like 9 and 10, where you could search things and try and get a better item, stuff like that.
Very cool.
I'll give you guys one roll in each room. If you want to try and find something, tell me what you're looking for. If not, we can continue on. But you gotta tell me if it's an item, armor, weapon, that kind of thing.
Brongus is going to look for a shiny ring, any jewelry, gold, ceremonial blades, or anything like that. Anything that could, catch someone's eye. So he is going to roll a. Guess what? He did the same thing as he did last time. A natural 0. Or a natural 1 minus 1, 0.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing investigation checks.
Yeah, it's for Brongus searching, he just finds more of his own gold.
Cool. That is quite again. Steyer will do the same thing, and he is going to look for. What is Steyer going to look for? Steyer is going to look for. Let me check. Hang on 1 second. Steyer is going to look for spell books, anything magical, or anything that could that may be mechanically advanced. Like a advanced crossbow, something that has multiple pieces that all work together. So he is going to roll a natural 20 plus 6 for a 26.
Nice.
I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 2. That's hilarious.
Well, for the right character.
Yeah. Well, does he find anything?
I am trying to decide what he finds. You said you were wanting a spell book, right?
Yes. Spell book or like an advanced crossbow, something like that. Something that's I don't know, profound, I guess.
All right, Carson. Roll a d8.
Roll a d8. 4.
Awesome. Carson, you just found a tentacle rod.
Awesome. I like the sound of that.
If you go to inventory, like add items and stuff,
Yeah.
just go to rod. Like you can type in tentacle rod in the search thing, It should just pop up there. Let me see.
Resurrection.
Yeah, if you just type in tentacle rod, it should pop up.
Tentacle rod. Yes. Add to equipment.
I don't know if that needs to be attuned or anything, but if it does, you will have to use one of your attunement slots. All right. Anybody else want to search? We started off with a banger.
13 when I'm keeping around.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for an improvement on my bow, armor, improvement on my melee weapon. I carry a rapier. I prefer like studded leather type thing, type armor.
Roll a d4. Roll a d4 for me, Williams. You got a 3? You do, in fact, find a set of studded leather armor.
Intact and not decayed or anything like that.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna have to ask Tyre, is this magical?
Not from you don't see any magical properties.
I don't. I was asking Tyre because I would not. Tyre, is this magical? Because Nox
Yes.
would know. Can't detect magic.
Yes, the tentacle rod is definitely magical. Oh my.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking you about this armor, bud.
This armor. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading up about the tentacle rod that I had. What's
Yeah, the armor. This armor I'm showing you right now.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. I know I have that ability. Identify. I'm going to cast Identify on the armor to see if it's magical.
This is a normal set of studded leather armor.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm just going to continue wearing the set I got.
I'll tell you, magical is possible. You just gotta roll it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to sell this set. I'm going to put that in for sale.
Hey, free money.
Yep. I'm going to fold it up neatly in my pack and have it for sale.
What about anybody else? Anybody else want to do some searching?
Yeah, but I was doing that.
No, go ahead, man.
It's gonna sound weird, but I want to look for a blood fairy tattoo, something for blood hunters, if that's possible, in a place like this. If there's any NPCs around, anyway.
I mean, there's a bunch of dead ones.
Okay. Let's do some research for a blood hunter, and I want to try to see if I can find a blood fairy tattoo or a special needle that can produce this magic tattoo.
That's probably the only thing you will not find in this room.
But it's okay. I have some backup. Don't worry.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So I was still doing research on it. What about stone giant strength.
Roll for it and let's see.
He's like, oh, let's see. Got a 19. Is there any bonus add to these rolls or just a pure roll?
This is
He's just
it's investigation.
Investigation. My investigation is a plus 3 with advantage.
So that is a 19 plus 3.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Looking for items.
Roll another d20 for me, Josh.
19. Any bonuses to that?
No,
There's
that
20
one.
or-
That one's just flat. You said you got a 19.
Yes, another one.
So you do not find a belt of stone giant strength. You do find a belt of hill giant strength.
Ew. I guess I need a 20 for that. What's that? What's
Stone giant.
yeah, the stone giant?
Yes, simply because of its rarity.
Yes, that the hill giant. If I'm reading correctly, that is a 21, right?
Yes, it is. It's 21 instead of 23.
That's not bad. That's just a few different. And I needed that for my strength.
yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Um, Since you guys are doing 7 and 8, I'll let you search twice. Just to knock out both rooms. So Williams, if you wanted to look again, or anybody else.
Yeah.
Williams or Carson.
Do you want to go?
Yes.
ahead, William?
I got a 7. But I was looking for the same stuff.
Dang, that's one with 25.
Roll me a d12.
Me?
Yes, sir.
I could have been more on the fence, but I'm not sure how. 6.
You know what, Williams? I'm feeling nice.
Oh, nice. I like it when the DM feels nice.
Feeling generous.
Trying to find a
So
freaking
let's
fire.
see. Let's see what
25.
we can find.
I mean, there's a 29. Belt of Dawn. 29. Yeah. Wow, I got +5 now.
So, Williams, you can wear light and medium armor?
Yeah. Yeah, light, medium, and shields. The medium, I believe, gives me a detriment to my stealth. So I've been wearing the no heavier than studded leather. Elven chain, I don't know what that would do. Alvin chain's actually pretty. Ooh. Cloak of Elven Kind.
Okay, here you go. I think this is perfect for you. Look up Glamored Studded Leather.
Glamored studded leather.
Yes. Glamored. Glamored.
ORD or ARD?
OURED.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. So you pick what it looks like.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't so. Oh, cool. Hey, Steyer, is this stuff magical?
Let me use another one.
You don't even got to cast it. It's magical.
Ooh. Oh, it is that magical. Okay.
You might even be able to identify it with lore or knowledge arcana if it's that magical.
Do you want me to go ahead? I can.
If you'd look at it, it'd be great.
I'll do that for you.
When can
I'll use
I
my identify, and I will look closely at it to ensure that it is magical. How it is magical.
So, Carson, what you can see is this studded leather armor
Yes.
is definitely special. While wearing it, you would gain a +1 bonus to armor class. You can also take a bonus action to cause the armor to assume the appearance of a normal set of clothes or some other kind of armor. You decide what it looks like, including color, style, and accessories, but the armor retains its normal bulk and weight. The illusory appearance lasts until you use this property again or doff the armor.
Ooh. Very cool.
Anybody else searching?
Steyer will search next, and he is looking for something pretty specific. He is looking for a heavy crossbow of warning. So, whenever I'm holding the weapon in my hand, I have I have advantage on initiative rolls. Unless I'm incapacitated or otherwise. So, with that, I'm going to use my investigation. Come on, good rolls. And get an 11 total.
You got an 11 for your investigation?
Yes.
Roll a d4.
D4. I got a 4.
All right. So, You didn't find a heavy crossbow of warning.
Man.
You did find a heavy crossbow +1 though.
Hey, I'll take that. Very cool. And then Brongus will also search, and he is looking for a ring of. He's looking for 3 specific rings. He is looking for a ring of. What is it? A ring of. Da 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 da. Where is it? A ring of protection. A ring of invisibility, which he's really
That's all
looking
we need.
for, but probably not going to find, and a ring of jumping. So he's going to dive in and search as hard as he can with a -1 for investigation and find with an 8. Look for these specialty rings.
He's gonna find that ring of jumping.
Neat. Better than nothing.
All right. What about Emily and and Anna? Yask and Twig.
Well, thank you for acknowledging me. No, I took you what? Yeah, sure.
I'll go after. I don't really want anything, but if I can get something good, why not?
Why skip out on the opportunity? Rolls 2 ones. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna try to look for any weaponry.
Anything specific?
Not that I can think of. I don't know where y'all are pulling all these names.
I went to manage inventory and just look through some stuff that I would like.
How does a 14 do?
Looking for anything specific?
Weaponry.
Yeah, anything specific? Because there's a bunch of it.
Now I gotta look through.
Because I mean, you could real easily find a dagger. Those things are everywhere.
Those things are everywhere. It's Yask Heaven.
Yeah.
If you need a dagger, you can just borrow one of mine.
I don't know how to comb through the stuff you can get in D&D Beyond. How do I hide, like, the guns?
What I would recommend starting with is the box that says proficient.
Okay.
That'll only show weapons you're proficient with.
That makes sense.
just like to note there's such thing as an Acme ring of invisibility, and whenever you put the ring on, the ring turns invisible.
Yes, Zolana has one.
Oh. Incredible.
Oh, there's so much.
There is a lot.
We'll come back to you. Emily, go ahead and roll.
I'm also looking.
I can go again.
No.
If anyone else is ready, I guess.
I could have
Everyone else is gone.
Yeah,
What
you
the fuck
go
are bad
last.
news
I
bullets?
could have Skyre's little buddy.
You guys are the last two.
I thought he was gonna get the sets twice.
There's something called bad news bullets. Why?
Josh, you did search it twice.
No, they didn't. Only sets one. That was for the belt.
Chad, is this real?
Chad, is this real?
Oh, my phone died. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ, I wish I could more comb through this.
Okay,
That's
Josh,
right.
go ahead. What are you looking for?
Good question. Joking. You can't decide between these two. Is there a? I want to search for a headband of intelligence.
A what?
A headband of intelligence or intellect.
Finn wants a headband, all right.
It's pretty good. Well, actually, hold on.
Hit me with it.
Where am I? It makes you smarter if I get one. That's why I wanted it. But now can I choose this other one instead? Actually, this one's better. It's a cloak of displacement. Displacement.
Roll.
11. The inspiration if that will help me with my roll. Thought that was something that would help with roll. I can't remember.
I think I'm ready whenever Josh is done.
Can Styre's little buddy search?
That's bad. I'll use my heroic inspiration.
I forget he has a son.
The sun.
Here you go, Josh. What you find is called a cloak of billowing.
Oh, really? What's that? Not me looking it up and it goes to Timu. Stop going to Amazon. What the heck?
Just search in the manage inventory.
Oh, that's a good idea. It's go on Amazon and everything, bro. I got like 15,000 tabs open. There you go. You said bellowing?
Yes.
Can't spell what.
Turns out my headphones shut off. So if you said anything about my little guy, I did not hear you.
Make it bellow dramatically.
For up to a minute.
What's even billowing?
You know where it like blows in the wind?
Uh,
Yeah, you can make it do that on command for up to a minute.
I guess I can't use my heroic inspiration.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, go ahead, Emily. Remember, you've got 2 searches.
Oh, well, for my first search, I'd like to try and find some new armor.
Anything specific?
Not really. Something I can wear. It's not too heavy.
Okay.
Preferably better than the one that I have.
Well, you're only proficient in light, so go ahead.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. Roll a d6.
My strength made my stuff go up. I'm sorry. That was just so impressive. Okay.
That is a 5.
Boy, I'm stronger than my other character now.
Okay. Then roll a d20.
That's an 8.
Okay. You, my friend, just found. Where'd he go? Padded armor of necrotic resistance.
That is a lot of words.
Here, I can add it to your thing and then just refresh your page.
Thank you. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find that quickly.
If you go to inventory, it should just be the first thing there.
Aha, found it.
Alright. What's your other item?
I'd also like a new weapon. Maybe a hand axe, I think would be good.
Okay.
There aren't many magic daggers out there.
Are there?
I think there's a few. There's a bunch of them, like flame tongue dagger, giant flare dagger, vicious dagger, nine-life stealer dagger, ton of them.
Well, in that case, I'd like to look for a magical dagger then.
Dagger of venom.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Roll a d8.
That's a 3.
You, my friend, find a hellfire dagger.
Ooh, okay. I opened up my history on accident. Ooh, that's kind of cool.
The vicious maul sounds nice.
It glows like I do.
All right, Anna, you said the Vicious Maul. By the way, Emily, make sure you equip that armor if you want it to actually affect your stats or anything.
I had to wait till proficient. Proficient, not
That's what you're looking for, Anna? A Vicious Maul?
yeah.
And what did you roll to find it?
I got like a 14, 15.
Okay. Roll D8.
A D8.
Yep.
5.
You find a flame tongue maul.
While holding this magic weapon, you can take a bonus action and use a command word to cause flames to engulf the damage-dealing part of the weapon. These flames shed bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light for an additional 40 feet. While this weapon is ablaze, it deals extra 2d6 fire damage on hit. These flames last until you take a bonus action to issue the command again, or until you drop, stow, or sheathe the weapon.
Well, there you have it. Your searching is complete. The only room you haven't seen so far is room 6.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir. I can at least.
Alright, I had to switch to my computer.
I see.
Which, by the way, I got it working again.
Nice.
Very cool.
Well,
all
Discord
right.
working on it again, I should say.
I guess we should go into 6 and see what all lies within. I have, out of character, I have a sneaking suspicion that something absolutely horrifying is going to be in this room. But in character, I think we should just walk in like we own the place.
Docs would caution against that and do a sneak and peek. Would suggest that he get to do a sneak and peek first.
Okay. If you want to get ahead of us and do that, but Brongus is on his way to just walk in like, nothing bad could ever happen.
Can I just roll to search for gold and you tell me?
Before we resume, Anna just reminded me she only got to search once.
Oh.
So you get one more search, Anna.
You guys are so cold. I'm not moving forward.
Being left behind on it.
Did I just search for gold?
Sure.
Wow.
What else am I supposed to do? I got a weapon. I got armor. What?
1,000 gold pieces.
500.
1 gold.
That's what I'm
Find
looking
the
for.
big gold.
500
Yes.
cigarettes.
You find the gold that Bongus dropped.
15.
Ooh.
500 cigarettes.
You said you got a 15?
Yes.
Here, roll this.
Oh, I don't have the.
It's a D100 in case anyone's curious.
Oh, like an actual D100?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
It's
wow.
It's like an old.
That is a real D100.
Is it that green one?
I wouldn't say it's green, it's like cyan or teal.
Okay,
Yo, I
you wouldn't
remember
believe
when
me
I
if I
got the
told
wall
you.
I remember when I first got the wall. I was so happy.
Almost a ball. Almost.
Despite all odds, it's a 1 out of 100 chance, by the way. Anna rolled a 100.
Oh,
What?
wow. I will give it.
Cool. You can go ahead and hand that back.
Maybe.
You get to roll that anytime.
Yeah.
For each cigarette.
100 cigarettes.
So yeah, you find 100 gold. Okay, now we're done searching. You guys can go into room 6.
500
There was a decent chance that Anna could have rolled a 1. Same chance that Anna rolled 100 and got one singular gold. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
So, room 6, when you walk in, it appears as though this room is pretty circular. This is probably those carrion crawlers. This was probably where they slept.
Ooh.
It's a nice bedding. More of the mucus.
I see. And Nox is going to go into the room first and check it out, correct?
He's just gonna do a sneaking peek.
Okay.
Yeah, you look in, all you see is it's a really circular room with more of that mucus on the floor.
Ew. Pretty on perception.
Not the mucus.
You're cutting out pretty bad.
Yeah, Nox is pretty perceptive.
Yeah, I thought that was me.
Yeah, you're cutting out pretty bad there, Williams. What was that?
I said Nox has got a 23 on perception, checking for traps and whatnot. Were you able to hear me?
I heard you the second time.
Oh, okay.
As you look into this room, it looks like on the floor somebody tried to hastily set up a tripwire and failed. It's not a completed trap, but somebody definitely attempted to set up a tripwire.
Okay. Can I see what they were gonna spring?
It doesn't look like it leads to anything. It literally just looks like they tried to stretch a piece of string or some rope.
Just trip and fall on your face.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure it's out of the way so people can walk in, but it doesn't look like there's anything else in the room.
Nothing you can see now.
Okay. I'll report back that it's a slimy room, and it doesn't look like there's a lot in there. But you're welcome to go check it out if you want.
Cool. Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh, and somebody tried to set up a tripwire to like get people to trip and fall on their face in the slime.
Yuck. Brongus will go in, I guess, second technically, but first among the group into the room.
So yeah, you step in and it's just more slime.
Nothing else at all inside the room? Can I just investigate to see if there's any hidden treasures within the slime or anything like that?
Of course.
Awesome.
Are you still hungry?
Brongus is going to use his
I
masterful
mean, I'm gonna finish this,
investigation
but no.
and do a 14, his highest investigation roll yet.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Cool.
Is he just like in there on his hands and knees scooping slime out of the way?
Yes, trying to find anything shiny. Because
Cool.
he was so happy about the previous rooms that he found something really cool in. He's hoping that maybe there's something cool in this room.
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Perception. Brongus is going to hit an 18 for his perception. Wow, that's pretty good for him.
All right. As Steyer is on his hands and knees, he notices.
Oh, this is Brongus. This is Brongus.
This is Brongus. As Brongus is on his hands and knees scooping slime out of the way, he realizes that the slime he's kneeling on is solidifying under him.
Oh.
And if he stays there much longer, he will continue to solidify.
Brongus is going to get out of the slime and try to get as much off of it as possible. First using a stick that he has acquired, try to pull it off, and eventually using his dagger very carefully to try to get every little bit and piece off.
How carefully?
Very carefully.
Very scary question you just asked.
It's a scary question he just asked.
Hey, always pay attention when the DM says, "Are you sure that's what you want to do?"
Yes.
Or you can try.
You can try. That's another one. That's another good one.
Roll dexterity for me, Carson.
And this is Brongus.
Next save.
Dexterity, that's what I do best in, but I've been 12?
It is a dex save, so you do get to use your saving throw bonus there.
Okay, yeah, 12 total. 8 plus 4.
Your saving throw there, Carson, it's a +7.
Oh, I apologize. That is going to be 11 plus 7, 18 total.
So yeah. Brongus scrapes all the slime off without solidifying himself and manages to give himself a nice haircut in the process.
Nice! Get a few of those little loose hairs off the top of his head.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You have so
Alright.
helped your
And
intrigued
I guess
your.
we should get out of this room now. There's really nothing for us,
Subtly improved his appearance.
which takes a lot, you know. So any amount is pretty considerable.
Alrighty, so what's next?
I guess we go into 3.
Well, that's just back into the main area.
Right, but have we...
I think we should go out the other alternate exit. Back in 17, there's an alternate exit.
Okay, yeah, sure.
There is?
It's right by the Purple Lake, and we can head to our camp.
All right. With that being said, 17 is a little close to 20, and we've got some pissed off giant grub worms.
Not an immediate connection, but yeah.
Yeah. I think we can do it.
So yeah, you guys head back to 17. You make it up through that cave, and you're standing in the woods just outside of the Purple Lake. It is nighttime, and in the distance, pretty far in the distance through trees and stuff, you guys can see like torchlights marching through the streets of the city, like of the village.
Interesting.
We should go.
Yeah, can you
Are
call
they
that
close?
wagon to the can you call that wagon to the road over there, or if we get to the road?
I don't know if it's for us, but I do not want to find out.
So you are going to call the wagon to start skedaddling.
I'm confused.
We're gonna
I'm
skedaddle
confused.
towards the road outside, way outside the city. Call the wagon to us.
What happened so fast? Because I was looking at the map for a second.
We are trying to get away from what appears to be a giant marl holding pitchforks and torches.
Where'd the giant mole come from?
We don't know. We don't want to find out.
Where
though.
are we? I'm so confused, guys. I looked at the map for a second.
We're at
We are
the
out of
17.
the dungeon. We have left out of
We left
17.
out this.
To clarify for you, Anna, they went back to room 17, up through that tunnel that's there, and exited out into the forest near the Purple Lake.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Now I know what happened. Let me write down we exited, because I didn't know we did. That says excited? Whatever.
Anyway, and then they asked if you could summon your wagon to the roads.
Are we near?
Yes,
Yeah, we're
so
gonna head out down to
is everybody looking at the map of Purple Lake Village?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
on the left-hand side of the lake, there's two big groups of flowers there. The topmost group of flowers, you guys are in the woods just above it, like just north of it.
So
Okay.
we have to run to the road, for a second?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're not looking back. We're seeing the torches marking in the streets.
So where's the mob at that we can see?
You can see there's different groups marching through different areas of the city.
Okay.
So which way's back to where we need to go to do that other mission? To the east or the west?
That would be west of where you guys are. And
Okay, so
that's
we're gonna go to
where
the west. Oh,
that's
hey.
where y'all left your stuff in the I think that's where you left the wagon and
wagon?
stuff is at the stable right there.
Super Connor.
Yeah, we camped out.
But yeah, you can
we
call
camped
it.
on the west end. We camped on the west end, so instead of being in the village, we camped a little away from town on the west end, if I remember correctly.
I couldn't
we're gonna
remember if
head
you guys
back.
stayed at the stablers or not.
No, we didn't stay at the stables.
It's going to
We
clap
just
to call
camped
the
a little
wagon
out of town.
as close as it can get.
So yeah, it's probably only about 30 to 50 feet to run to the road. And as soon as you get there, you can call it Twig. So you guys jump in the wagon and take off.
Yes.
Yep.
Don't gotta roll and run.
No, no.
Roll to see if you make.
I couldn't.
Roll, trip and fall.
I couldn't. Whenever I was writing y'all's escape from the dungeon, I couldn't find any good mechanics I liked for this specific
Roll to be seen.
thing. So I was just like, fuck it. It'll be fine.
Is Brongus coming too, or
Take a long rest.
That is a good question. Does Brongus jump in the wagon and ride off into the sunset with everybody else?
Brongus does indeed jump into the wagon.
There's that scene in Fox in the Town where she leaves the fox behind and she like looks back in her car. She's all sad. Do that to Brongus.
Brongus is gonna keep on staying along for just a little bit longer. We'll see how Brongus turns out.
He runs a lot colorful.
He's gonna
Maybe
steal
so,
shit.
maybe not. We'll have to see. So far, Brongus has proven to be a fairly decent.
Since the wagon's like a normal size for everybody, everyone's cramped in there.
Oh
I'll be
yeah,
on top.
because they're not like in the special part of it.
No, because nobody's allowed there but Yask. And the children's.
I'll be on top.
So Finn, Brongus, Styre, and Yask are inside the wagon. Twig is outside holding the reins of.
And then Nox is sitting on the roof.
On top. It's illegal to sit on top of cars, like, you know.
Unless you're over the age of, what would that be called? Responsibility or whatever. So yeah. I think Nox mentioned he would want to head back to Yanabe. To start the stuff for the Emperor.
I mean, we have to go through the road, do we not?
I mean, if you follow the path that way, that's where it will lead. And you can't go back to your ship unless you go back to Yanabe anyway. So it's up to you guys.
We just never find out what the mom was for.
Yeah, I'm 122 years old. I think I'm beyond the age of consent.
And 22.
Styre is going to work
122.
on his attunement with his horrifying tentacle rod on the way there.
So yeah, the journey back will take about 3 weeks.
We're gonna get a long rest in there somewhere.
Oh yes. I pre-rolled for this trip back. You guys have a free and pleasant trip all the way there.
Access the whole time. You're trying to attune to his tentacle rod.
Finn, but yeah.
The whole trip. Was it Finn? I thought it was Styre that had the tentacle.
Nope, that's Finn.
Oh, okay then.
What?
She thought Carson got your tentacle rod, not you.
Oh.
Yes, either just gonna sit silently, like in the corner inside the wagon, or quietly just next to Twig in the front throughout the 3-week journey.
No worries.
I'll ride the top of the wagon. That way I can pin cushion anything that, looks edible.
I mean, I will say you guys have lots of rations anyway. Like, there's probably at this point just a stockpile in the wagon of trail rations. They've had the Emperor give them rations like twice. I think the King of Naffisea gave y'all a bunch of them. So yeah, rations aren't even an issue anymore.
Brongus is going to attune himself as well to the ring of jumping using. We're going to be on this wagon for a decent amount of time. Right?
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
So he's gonna sharpen his mind and try to figure out how the ring works and attune himself to it.
With that, you guys are now level 7. We can also go ahead and take our 10-minute break, unless you guys want to level up like on stream.
We still have like 4 minutes till the break. We have 9
minutes if we want to try to start leveling up, and then.
So yeah, we can sit here on stream and talk about leveling up and stuff. Y'all can ask me questions while we're on stream, and then we can take our break after y'all get it.
A new invocation, hell yeah.
I got instinctive pounce, which is as part of the bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed. And then I got feral instinct. So your instincts are so honed that you have advantage on initiative rolls. Additionally, if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage before doing anything else on that turn.
You can just lock the fuck in at any
Get locked the fuck in.
My 7th level is Reliable Talent. Whenever you make an ability check that uses one of your skill or tool proficiencies, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So my bottom roll is a 10 for any skill or tool proficiencies. And it says d20 roll. So that's just the flat roll without the addition on it, I think.
Hold on, I'll be right
That's
back.
crazy. And then Dire is going to be. I mean, it's not going to be for every roll, but it's going to be for a decent amount of them. Flash genius.
If I get Book of Ancient Secrets, I could get Identify finally.
Nice. By the way, the slime and black rock-like substance was literally dropped in as a reference to aliens for Anna.
The minute you were talking about it, I was like, this is just alien. This is just alien.
I haven't watched that movie, but I was thinking that's what the deal was.
It's so good. Okay.
I just have never seen it.
I own the entire series.
Very nice. I did watch The Thing the other day. Very cool movie.
Which one?
We watched it together.
The original one.
Oh, are you talking about whenever I came over to Naffisea?
Yes.
Can I sell those spare sets of studded leather?
I mean, technically, Twig is a traveling merchant.
Okay.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Twig, what do you take for consignment?
What was that?
They're worth 45 gold each. What do you take for consignment?
You're a traveling merchant.
I know I am. I just kind of more of we're on the same team.
Okay.
Don't really. I mean, I could set the wagon up and you could sell it.
Okay.
Can trick people into selling it for more than it's worth.
Nice.
Somebody with better charisma is probably going to want to do that.
I think it's Brongus that has stupid charisma.
I know he has a +7 to initiative.
I do have a +7 to initiative. My dexterity saving is a +7. I've got a +10 for acrobatics and for sleight of hand.
I want to hear
My
Finn's new
critical-
stats.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my blood curses right now because the only thing unlocked for me is like a blood white. But depending on what I choose, it gives me more.
For anybody that's interested, that belt of hill giant strength he rolled for gives him a 21 for his strength roll. Like for his strength stat.
Yeah.
It's 21.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
needed that.
What was the rock giant one?
The stone giant one is a 23.
Like my,
He needed.
I have 21.
He's always running into combat.
That's
and
a
he had
+5
that weak strength.
for anybody who's curious.
21 +5 for strength. My weapon is now a +8 to my hit roll die, and it's 1d12 +5 damage.
Yeah, his like hit DC, like his to hit bonus is +8.
It changed. Now I'm trying to figure out my blood white. All my other weapons too. My unarmed strike is 6 damage.
Oh, I just realized because of my new ability, I can't roll less than a. I don't think I can roll less than a 20 for sleight of hand or acrobatics anymore. My minimum roll. If let's say I get a 1, it automatically defaults to a 10, and I've got a +10 for acrobatics, so it'd have to be a 20. I think that's how it works.
Is it a lucky
I'm immune
or
to poison.
Let me read it
reliable
again.
talent?
So
Reliable
for my-
talent?
reliable talent. Whenever you make an ability check that uses one of your skill or tool proficiencies, you can treat it as a D20 roll of sorry. Whenever you make an ability check that uses one of your skill or tool proficiency, you can treat a D20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So I'm proficient. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe I'm getting proficiency and no, that is proficiency. Yeah.
By the way, Carson, I don't know if you noticed it, but Brongus also has Fury of the Small.
Yes, I do. I don't think I utilized it.
You haven't. That's why I asked.
How would I give Fury the blood Fury tattoo? Who would
Any
have
human
that for?
creature whose size is larger than you, with an attack spell, you deal an extra 3 damage. I didn't do that one, but what I did do is another one where I was able to deal. Yeah, sneak attack. I did my sneak attack, which was an extra 4d6.
How much health does everyone have now?
Brongus?
67.
63.
You're joking, right? 67?
Yeah, I have
You're
60.
gonna be very upset when you hear what mine is then.
Brongus
Oh,
and
no.
Styre are
80.
both 52.
Yeah, Twig's a barbarian.
So what's up? What's the
87.
ask?
What is it, like
No,
87?
I haven't looked yet because I'm still picking new spells. But one of them, I could literally become an ordained minister.
Ooh.
That's literally what. That's one of the things I can do with one of these spells.
My health now
You
is
just get to
80.
marry people whenever
I
you
know.
No, I didn't
You may
finish
want to
it.
look at Eldritch
Didn't finish
Blast.
it.
You're a warlock, right? You may want to look at Eldritch Blast.
I already have that. That's like one of my main spells.
Yeah, but look at your damage increase.
Just like,
I'm still picking spells. Hold on.
I'm trying to pick my white.
My
I don't know
my
what to do it.
my health is now 89,
80 freaking 9. The
My
fuck?
AC is up to 20 now.
and now I have an advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh my.
Oh, you got the thing of warning?
No, that's just from leveling up.
Oh,
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I can hardly wait for next level.
When I get next
I
level,
can't
I can get a feat, and then I can actually wear the armor I got.
I can't remember what my.
Next level, I'll actually get 2 attacks.
Oh, I can do ability score improvement and. Oh no, actually, never mind.
Should the break start now?
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's done leveling, we can go ahead and do the break.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. And
Emily picking spells over there.
There's a lot.
I don't understand this stuff.
You picked Bloodhunter.
I know. And everything got more complicated when I leveled up to 7.
That's the biggest complaint about Bloodhunters.
Ah,
Everything gets exponentially more complicated the higher level you get.
yes.
There's something really weird going on with my D&D Beyond. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me fix it real quick, and then let me show you what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So when I choose my third spell, I'm gonna pick Animal Messenger just as an example. It lets me pick another spell, which is weird. So if I pick another spell, it just adds it and makes me pick another. I don't know what's going on. I can add infinite spells apparently.
Up to a point. You probably nerfed yourself and didn't pick all the spells you could.
Or you reload the page.
I've tried that.
Well,
I'll
just
try
keep
it again.
picking spells you think would be good for you, damage spells and whatnot. And then if it cuts you off, it cuts you off. You only have so many spell slots. You just have more ammunition. More types of
Yeah,
spells to choose from.
Emily, it lets you pick 10 choices.
That's
You've been
weird.
nerfing
This is
yourself
a weird way of
all
doing it. I thought I broke it.
You've got 10 choices.
Yeah, it lets you inscribe magical rituals into your Book of Shadows. Choose 2 first level spells that have the ritual tag from any class's spell list. The 2 needn't be from the same list. The spells appear in the book and don't count against the number of spells you know. With your Book of Shadows in hand, you can cast the chosen spells as rituals. You can't cast the spells except as rituals unless you've learned them by some other means. You can also cast a warlock spell you know as a ritual if it has the ritual tag.
Interesting.
Identify.
I already picked Identify. I need that bitch.
Detect magic. Oh wait, you can't have that.
I have that one already.
There isn't.
I picked Ceremony specifically because it's so fucking funny. I become like a priest almost. I can make holy water.
Oh yeah, you could be. Yeah.
So I'm basically a priest now, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, no, hey Emily. So your 2 level 1 spells you can add are the ones up top that say Agonizing Blast and Misty Visions. These down here are if you see other ones while you're out traveling. You can add them to your book.
Oh.
It takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces.
Interesting.
For
So I
the
just
rare
pick
inks.
these two,
Uh,
and then add
you
others later.
you only get the Misty Visions and Agonizing Blast. These down here are if you see other ritual spells while you're adventuring. You can add them to your book. But it takes 2 hours
But
and 50
if
gold
I
pieces.
picked Misty Visions and Agonizing Blast.
Yeah, those are your two.
Mm-hmm. But I picked Book of Ancient Secrets for this one. This is like the new thing that I can do. So this is just like spells that I can pick, like find later. I'm so confused.
Okay, so you get. Okay, I'm assuming by reading that you get 2 spells free and then the rest of them cost extra.
Okay. So, so the two that I have already picked below Book of Ancient Secrets,
Yeah,
those are the ones that I can have now. And then any of the other ones that I pick, I have to basically buy them.
pretty much.
Okay,
from
that
what
makes
I'm
sense.
from what I'm reading.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm gonna more carefully pick now.
Okay, yeah, and you can go ahead and get rid of the other ones.
You may want to look at Mind Sliver. And your cantrips.
That's not an option for me to pick on here. They're nothing fancy. I have stuff like Alarm, Comprehend Languages, Detect Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, Find Familiar. There's one called Floating Disc, which is pretty strange.
That can carry your stuff.
Speak with Animals, Purify Food and Drink.
You got level 2s yet?
What?
You have level 2s yet? Access to level 2 spells yet?
I think so.
Ray of Enfeeblement. You might want to take a look at Black Beam of Energy, of enervating energy, springs from your finger toward the creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. And it lasts for a minute, so that's 10 rounds. Do you have access to level 3s?
I'm not sure. I'm mainly just trying to pick for this my Book of Ancient Secrets, and I have a very limited choice of stuff I can get, and none of them are really like fighting ones. They're just like other things that I could do.
Well, I'm looking at a Warlock spellbook, so I'm just checking.
I haven't looked at my spells yet, so maybe, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking at my invocation stuff.
trying to find the one my friend always uses. There's an invocation that allows you to do something similar to identify.
Yes. No. Is it snowing outside? No. No word about work tomorrow, at least. Let me check my phone again. Hang on.
As fun as picking ceremony probably would be for this, it wouldn't make any sense Yask wise because a lot of it's like, oh, you touch someone who wishes to be dedicated like to your god's service when Yas doesn't even know who this god is. So that wouldn't really make any sense. Like, oh, here's your god. I don't know, but do you want to be part of this?
The whole time it was just Jesse.
By the way,
That would suck.
Emily, that is a conversation I would like to have with you at some point. Us working out who your god will be. Unless you want me to just take the reins on it, that's up to you.
If you let him take the reins, he's gonna make it Jesse as a plot twist, and then you'll lose all your spells.
Who knows?
He
If
quickly
Jesse
writes that down.
that would be such a good plot line, like a great twist, but
The
also
whole time you thought it was
horrifying.
some other thing, but it was actually Jesse, and she strips you of your powers.
Anyway, and also, is Josh still here, or did he go? You still here, buddy?
George?
I guess he's gone.
I think I'll choose alarm. I feel like I could use that. Cool, I have identify and alarm now.
Josh.
George?
Eldritch Sight is a detect magic at will without expending a spell slot. It's an Eldritch invocation. And there's no prerequisite to it.
Alrighty, that's all I can do. Let's see how upgraded Yask is now. If it'll load. Damn! Yask has 66 health now.
Damn, what's her constitution?
A +4. Which is not a lot, which is why I'm so confused. That's a lot of health. That's a lot more than I had before.
That's 18. That means it's an 18 or 19 constitution.
That's pretty damn good.
Hey, when I was first learning how to make characters, y'all were like, Constitution should be your highest. It's very important.
I didn't say
I
it
went,
should be your
"Okay."
highest, but a lot of people treat
I
it as a
thought
dump
Warlock
stat,
had
and it should never be a dump stat.
Oh, I always, yeah, charisma.
Yeah, y'all told me it was
Unless-
important, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my
Yeah,
highest
unless you're
roll.
like
Pretty sure.
a bard, charisma's almost useless.
Yeah. So I got a 20 dex now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, my AC is 20 also.
Oh boy. I forgot we're getting into more interesting things. But I've got to say, me giving you guys cool magical shit wasn't out of pure generosity. It means I get to have more fun making encounters too.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I only have 63 hit points.
I think everybody's in the 60s except Anna, who has like 90.
I'm both my
Well, she's a
characters are only
barbarian.
52.
Yeah. So anyway, if everybody's done, we can go ahead and have a 10-minute break.
And I don't.
And then we'll come back and finish up what I've got.
And I didn't gain any extra spells.
All right, I'm ready for the 10-minute break.
Everybody else?
Okay.
Ready.
Okay then. All right, 10-minute break starting at 9:46.
How's my
Lightning damage, stuff like that.
Well, we are back from our break, ready to resume. Everybody's now level 7, and let's get going. You guys all arrived back in Yanabe, the capital city of the country of Strumen. After a long, difficult 3-week journey.
Nate.
My Triton.
What's everybody's plans now that you're back in the city?
Back in the city.
I want to look for a place that can possibly get you a tattoo.
Not Finn immediately going for a tattoo.
I'll tell you right now, Josh. You're not gonna find that here.
Dang, where would you find that at?
We can have a talk about it at some point.
Okay, fair enough.
I was trying to talk to you before we went to break, and you weren't here, I guess.
I was doing research and I found that I'm like, this is actually pretty neat, and I didn't like it at first. I wanted the cloak, and I'm like, well, more I read into this, it's pretty decent.
But yeah, what you're looking for, you won't find here. I can tell you that.
Fair enough. Maybe where I have a ring, I could just use that. No.
You do, in fact, have a ring.
That tattoo's not worth that ring.
Oh.
In fact, I was actually looking at some items very legendary that I could actually think about. And I'm like, no, nothing is worth this ring. This ring may come important later on.
Can a wish ring bring someone back from the dead?
It can.
Wow. I want to keep it around.
Wish rings can do all kinds of magical stuff.
Yeah.
What if he just says, I
I'm not gonna
blank?
use something better. I'm not gonna use it for item or something, regardless on if it's a cloak of invisibility or makes me stronger.
What if he
Because
just says, I blank this campaign to end, and we just never play again?
Yeah, I mean,
First whole thing.
that would end up killing me. He didn't say it would. But I know it would probably because he told us the instructions on the ring. And one of those instructions was quicker the enemy and whatnot, blah blah blah. But one of the downsides that,
You had to remind him about it.
yeah, I could get
Yeah,
me
no, I'm just saying.
could get
That was
teleported out.
directed. Yeah, that was directed at Caleb. I remembered you had it. I was just hoping you didn't.
it's like, man, I wish you didn't remember you had a ring.
Why?
It just goes away.
Yeah. So, besides Finn's tattoo shop, any other things you guys want to do while you're here in Yanabe?
Brongus is going to go up to one of the locals and steal his wallet.
Roll just a flat d20.
Not my sleight of hand.
Not yet.
Okay. It's gonna be an 11.
to get. Okay. Okay, now roll your sleight of hand.
He got a 1 plus 10 equals 11, but because I have that, I have my proficiency booster that makes everything a 10 or greater. That's going to be a 20.
Reliable talent.
Yes, reliable talent.
So, everyone else watches in amazement as Brongus nonchalantly trods up to a city guard and before any of you guys even knew what happened, he turns around with the guard's wallet. Or his coin pouch. They wouldn't have wallets.
Brongus is going to walk around the city for the rest of the time with the coin pouch in hand, just holding it out. So proud of himself.
That's gonna be 30 gold for you, Carson.
Neat.
Is there like a little open area park thing?
Are you asking if there is one?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's little ones dotted all over the city.
Say where the nearest one will bring their children there. Just sit.
Just roll up in the wagon.
Pretty much.
So yeah, you guys find a nice tranquil park. You let the kids out to run around. Well, one of them runs around. The other one just sits and sulks on a bench.
A teenager.
She's like a preteen now.
Even more believable.
The other one is essentially 10. Is making its age differently.
Styre is going to go and up to Brongus, who is sitting on the bench, very, very happy about his 30 gold that he just stole. And he's going to see that he has a crossbow. And without asking, he's going to take the crossbow out of Brongus's. I guess he's got like a back mount for it. He's going to take it out and look at it and tune the crossbow for him because it's got like little scrapes and stuff like that on it, and it's not quite calibrated to the point where it needs to be. Brongus is going to see that he seems like he knows what he's doing and is going to let it happen.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I'm just gonna enjoy the downtime. I'll just sit out in a tree or whatever and just kick it.
I would like to remind you guys, this is the city where the Emperor is who you promised to do a task for.
Yes, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind if we took one day to ourselves.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just reminding you. I didn't want you guys to not realize that that's the city you were in.
So, I'm going to mention to Twig, we do need to get going on this task. He was very generous.
We won't speak, but we'll motion you. See that. Just give them time.
Yes, he's just gonna kind of stick with Twig and just kind of I'll keep an eye on mostly just Gaia running around.
Well, it's more almost running around. Gaia's just sulking on a bench.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Gaia's like
almost running around.
Yeah.
So yeah. So do you guys want to spend a day just resting?
Just hanging
I
out.
think we deserve it.
Okay.
I might wander off and I'm going to collect up some really good food, some really good barbecue and bring it back. Heavy on the meat because of the shark guy. And just have it Pay to have it delivered. Put on a big old spread for everybody. All kinds of various meats and cheeses and I don't know if there's any vegetarians in the group, but maybe that's just the word for me. What? What?
I'm sorry, I'm joking.
Twig likes to eat things that are slightly decayed.
Straight up here, what? Dog, vegetarian? Stupid.
But yeah, you can definitely find some great food,
Okay.
without a
I
doubt.
will spend the gold on that. So, yeah, just a huge feast. I'll spend 90 gold on that. Like I said, huge feast.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, it would only cost you 68. I did a roll for it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Hold
wow.
on.
You get to save some gold.
Yep. And I have it delivered.
Brongus is going to go to Styre and thank him for fixing his crossbow, and very happily looking at it, and offer him 30 gold pieces as a thank you for fixing it. Unbeknownst to Styre, he took 30 gold out of his pocket and is now offering it to him. Styre accepts his own money happily.
Wow.
My passive perception is 20. I'm just gonna watch that interchange go, shaking my head. And
It's literally just
Keep an
the
eye-
Spider-Man meme. The two Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Oh, I was thinking of the one that has like a third Spider-Man. I thought of Brongus, Styre, and Styre Jr. Oh, it's the same guy.
Somebody's got a cat.
There's 3 characters in this game. Well, I guess Twig does too.
Oh, there's the
technically.
Sonic.
So yeah. Anything else you guys want to do on your day of rest?
I think I'm good.
Twig's 2 in their feels today.
Same. We're just chilling.
I'm a little bored, but everybody needed a food, so feed them.
I want to write a journal.
What did you just say?
Write a journal
Ooh.
All right.
of all the past stuff you have done so far. Basically, a journal of their life. And that's what Finn will do for his day of rest.
Alrighty. What about Yask? Emily?
Sorry, what's happening? I'm sorry. I had to basically put my roommate's bird to bed.
Oh, no, you're fine. What did you want to do for your day of rest?
Probably just kick it back. I'll probably start. I'll probably find a good stick and just kind of start to whittle away at it. Not really carving anything, just like slowly taking away layers of the bark and then going through the wood itself.
Not carving anything specific.
No, just kind of, if anything, just kind of just shaving it down until there's like nothing left of it. More like just a repetitive motion.
Okay. So, you guys go through the day doing whatever it is you said you wanted to do. And then later that afternoon, Knox will meet back up with everyone to have this feast that he's had catered. Any conversation or anything happen at the table?
You know, we need to get moving when we can. I know we need this rest, but we need to go solve that problem for the Emperor.
It's not gonna make eye contact or anything, but they're gonna say that we will move in the morning.
Brongus is going to ask if there's a big reward for all the things we've done to help him. He's going to do the little Mr. Burns thing with his fingers. Is that question?
Well, gang, is there a reward?
Let me look. It's been a while.
No. There's no reward. The fuck?
By the way, what would Brongus know about all the stuff they've done for him?
Done for me. Oh, I was found passed out, wasn't I?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you were passed out in the dungeon.
I don't have any info on this, I believe.
You remember like the meme of like the goblin named Fartbuckle?
Yes.
Is Brongus Brongus or
way
Fart?
back. It's a long-lasting family name. He's probably, 20th, 30th generation. Between there, they've lost count.
I have no mention of any reward or really what the mission even was in my notes.
I know
I just didn't write
I
it.
remember we were just told something about his friend. He said we needed to like assist his friend with something, but I don't remember you ever listing the name or what the actual thing was. Because in my notes it was just the king wanted us to do something. But I don't know. I could be the dumb one.
Here, I'll read it back out to you exactly what he said. Whenever you guys returned the first time, before Steyer went nuts, and then it turned out he was a frog person. Brave adventurers, I owe you a great debt of gratitude. You have upheld your end of the bargain with courage and skill, and I am deeply grateful for your service you have rendered to our empire. Naffisea shall indeed receive the aid and supplies it so desperately needs. I have already dispatched my finest emissaries to oversee the preparations, and I assure you that the city will find relief under our watchful care. But if I may request yet another favor, my trusted advisor, Lord Takahiro, has fallen ill with a strange affliction that our healers have yet to identify or cure. He is a loyal servant to the Empire, and his wisdom has been my guide through many trials. This illness has left him weakened, and though he lingers, his condition worsens each day. If you would be willing, I would ask that you aid us once more by investigating the sickness, discovering its cause, and if the gods permit, a cure. Would not only save a valued friend, but would spare our people from further fear and worry. You will have all the resources and support I can provide on your journey. Know that should you accept, the Empire will be forever in your debt. He regards each of you with a solemn nod. The choice, as always, is yours. May the blessings of the realm be with you, whatever you decide.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah. Now I'm the dumb one.
Yep.
This is what I get for not writing into my notes.
The thing is, though, I have very detailed notes of that session. I just don't know why that's not there.
No, same. I have everything from like when we get to the party, then nothing in between, and then like Styre starts freaking out. I think it's because it happened so suddenly that I was like, oh, I need to write this down instead.
So what do you tell Brongus, who is very excited to hear about his reward that he probably doesn't deserve?
So
We
you're
should
just gonna say
there isn't one.
living,
Gonna say what to him?
living.
There's a living reward, as in opposed to not dying reward.
Yes.
Me not cutting your head up.
You get a special thanks from the king, or sorry, not the emperor.
Brongus has a big frowny face and is clearly upset. He doesn't say anything though.
You will get one whole solid gold piece.
Brongus' smile has returned. It's big and wide and showing his ugly, horrible teeth.
That boy.
Well, now you have to give him a gold piece when we get done with this. I don't say that loud. I just kind of like do the half whisper in his direction.
Yeah.
I have whispered back. You think you would actually remember that far ahead in the future?
If it's
I
about
whisper back,
gold,
yes, he
he's
definitely
gonna
would.
remember.
I will bet you 10 gold pieces on that.
Dude, he's a goblin. He fucking this is all he cares about, man.
Let me tell you, he probably won't be alive by the end of this, so I'm not really worried about it.
What, are you gonna kill him or something?
No, he's just stupid. He's gonna die.
He's not. He may be stupid, but he's very cunning at the same time. He's very good at hiding.
One mistake's on it.
Brongus is talking
I'll
about
put,
how
I
he's
put
excited
him
about his one gold piece.
on it. Oh, that's something I was gonna ask about, Mr. DM.
Was
Is there like a trusty? Hold on. I remember something. Ooh, what's in this campaign? Didn't we get like pouches or something for a bank in this campaign or something?
you did?
Did we?
Bro, can I put my gold in there so I don't get pickpocketed?
Of course.
That would be so smart.
I had just imagined that's what we were using the whole time.
Yeah, isn't that our money in?
It is, in fact.
I've been thinking about that because it's a bank basically.
I mean, that's what I figured you guys were using, but
Finn, were you not putting your money in the bank as soon as you got it?
Obviously, since I got pickpocketed, no, I did not.
Dude.
by the way, for you Williams and for anybody that ever watches these videos, at the beginning of the campaign, most of their parents got killed. As part of reparations for their parents being part of the Royal Guard esque, the city started them all bank accounts at the bank and gave them magic pouches that lead back to the bank.
Well, mine's under my armor, around my neck. So, not so easily pickpocketed.
Don't let Bronkus know that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just letting the DM know that.
It doesn't matter if it's in that pocket. You can freaking throw that pocket on the side of the road and lose it for 2 days. No one can access it but your hand though. That's the thing. So your goal's completely safe, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yours is. I wasn't part of your party.
Oh well.
I
Oops.
joined.
Well, yeah, but
I
for
joined.
Styre earlier when he said Brongus took 30 of his gold.
Yeah. You said that.
Yeah, so
There you go, Kel.
I am remember about that pouch.
Well, no, he said Brongus gave Steyer 30 gold for fixing his crossbow, and it was 30 of Steyer's gold that Brongus snatched and then gave to him.
Yeah, my book is a snowflake and a blue dragon. Symbols.
Yeah, Brongus and I are the only ones that don't have special pouches.
I could just destroy the universe with the pouch and bring it back with the ring. No, wait, no, I would be dead. Either way, my gold is not protected, so.
So we spend the night, a peaceful night.
Yes, sir, you do.
I want y'all to know I texted Emily saying Twig just recalling memories and y'all parenting Brongus. What do I get?
We're basically just trying to let the poor guy down easy.
Letting him down that there's nothing.
He's not getting anything.
Y'all parenting Brongus.
Mostly Brongus just receives looks of disapproval from Knox.
Twig just having
Brongus
moments.
is still very happy with himself.
Yask is just gonna kind of like leave Finn and Bragas to whatever the hell they're doing, and they're gonna go sit over by Twig again.
Thank God he didn't pick Rocky.
We
Let's
love
go.
Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad.
They're in love. I don't care what people say.
Brongus is going to start talking to Steyer about how cool it is that he got a gold piece, and Steyer's going to start talking about how cool his crossbow is. And they're going to be talking to each other, but neither one of them are really going to be talking about the same thing. One of them is very happy about the gold piece. The other one is very happy about the crossbow. And they're clearly speaking at each other, but neither one of them are on the same topic. They're going to do this for a considerable amount of time.
Yask is gonna kind of look up at Twig, and they're just gonna kind of look at their face for a moment, just kind of like observing, and then just say, "Are you doing okay?"
Not really.
Who was that person?
They murderer, what they are, but they took someone very close to me.
A expression of a mix of like horror and sorrow are gonna kind of flash over Yask's face before they just kind of lean on Twig, half in comfort and half just trying to hide like their face of just kind of trying to think of what to say next.
They're gonna like. We can't cry, so it's just all blank up there. But they're not gonna lean back, but they just sit there, and they say that I haven't seen them since the incident happened. And it still hurts to think about.
Yask is gonna kind of stay silent for a second before replying. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine what it was like seeing them again after so many years.
And knowing the whole time that after I made my trip around and saw Jessie again, even though she was the one that ordered it to happen, she still sat there and comforted me the whole time. But what monster orders someone to kill a child?
Yask is going to kind of flinch at that last sentence. Not super noticeable, but you can kind of feel their body tense for a second before relaxing themselves again. They're going to look up at Twig and they're going to. I don't. Is Twig sitting or standing? They're sitting, right?
They're sitting, yeah.
Okay, Twig. Sorry, Yaski's going to stand up and they're going to kind of just. kind of get in their lap a little bit and just wrap their arms around their neck.
Twig will hug back.
And Yask is gonna say, I don't know why she did this. I don't know why she pretended for so long. But we're gonna figure it out together. I promise.
I'm happy to be with my best friend.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
And Twig is just gonna hug Yes for a moment. I'd like to imagine that Twig would like tell them about their child who was only a few months old. Like what color they were, how they were small. Just tell them stories.
So, do we want to go ahead and skip to next morning? You go talk to the Emperor?
Emperor time. Woo woo.
It's Jimu?
Yeah, Jimmy.
What?
Jimmy.
I keep wanting to call him Jimmy.
Quit and try. Don't think over that.
Everybody cool with that?
Yes.
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah.
time.
Is it a requirement that we go talk to him?
Nox is just like, I don't want to.
I mean,
We should probably let him know that one, we're back. Two, we are willing to take on this quest helping his friend. So also to
I thought
prove
we
that Steyer is okay and Steyer is still normal.
In quotation marks.
He has a new look, but he's still Steyer.
What is it called again? I can't remember how you describe it. Like how
I
what
sent a
happened
photo.
to his
That's
metal.
all I know.
It has a name for what happened to his metal, and I can't.
Oh, it's cold or is it cold hardened or is it? What did I say it was? It's case hardened. Case hardened.
Ace Hard.
Yes.
Yeah, did it
Challenge
improve
those.
your armor class? Your natural armor?
Whitmire, did you approve my natural armor increase from being heated and cooled?
I did not add it. Remind me.
Okay.
For now, you can add a +2 to your AC.
Ooh, very nice.
We love that. Essentially, I almost said Navaria. Steyer's scarring is beneficial.
Um, didn't we already tell him we'd get to it as soon as we rescued Steyer?
I believe so, but I think he told you guys to come back.
Oh,
It would also make the most sense to at least tell him that we're back and that we're gonna start helping him.
We didn't have Nox before, so we're gonna have to be like, hey, this is like a new guy.
Or
So-
Bronx.
You had Nox.
No,
Yeah, we had knock.
Yeah, because he helped you guys fight Steyer Frog.
No, I don't remember.
Frog Steyer. I fought Frog Steyer and I
Did
fought
we?
I picked
Yeah.
you guys picked me up for the werewolf.
That might be why I'm so confused in my notes.
You picked me up with the werewolf.
The Frog
Yeah, right here,
Frogspire feels
it
so much
says-
further away.
It says we met Nox, and then the next session it says we killed. So I don't know why I thought we had Nox after that situation. I really don't know why that blinked out of my mind.
We were hunting the same critter.
Yeah, okay, that's my mistake. Let's go. We gotta explain Brongus now.
Do we though?
Someone needs to put him on a leash, please.
Steyer, he's your problem.
Steyer will be able to handle Brongus, you know, kind of telling your dog to take care of your horse, but I feel like Steyer is going to be able to keep at least a handle on it. Brongus is very excited for his one piece of gold.
My armor is going to change to a fine set of travel clothes for being in the presence of the emperor.
We just were in their normal fit.
Steyer is a very nice rainbowish, goldish color.
You only have one tunic.
Brongus is wearing the only pair of clothes that he has.
I don't want to appear above my station, but at the same time, I don't want to be an embarrassment to the party.
We have 10 minutes. No, we have 15 minutes, guys.
Excuse me. Jeez, oh, Pete.
So we go to Emperor Jimmu.
Yes.
In the presence of Emperor Jimmu, Twig will get on their knees and completely flatten to the ground.
That's where my station takes me.
Like Twig gets on like down on their knees and then like lays down their front half on the ground.
To try to fit inside the building.
No, that's just how they lay. That's just how they show respect to people above them.
I see.
Yeah.
Brongus
If you were
are-
nobility, you could simply bow. If you were closer to equal in station, you could just kind of upper body genuflect. Women, ladies could curtsy. Knights take a knee. Lords take a knee.
It might also,
Commoners, peasants like us, yeah, on our
it
knees.
might also have talked about Myconid hierarchy, and that's how anyone below chief is supposed to act.
Steyer walks in with everyone else and is holding Brongus's hand so he can't leave his sight.
Childish.
Yes.
Buddy system.
Yeah, buddy system.
You need to get the rope and like tie it around him so he's.
Brongus is excitedly looking, pointing at all the shiny stuff around. and pointing it out to Styre. Styre is also pointing out shiny stuff and trying to and showing it off to Brongus.
We turn around and somehow Brongus has picked up a golden pillar and like the ceiling is gaping.
Usually I'm not too worried about Brongus, but after the last time we were with the Emperor and then Styre kind of freaked out on us because he wasn't really Styre, I'm a little worried about disrespecting the court the second time in a
Yeah.
row.
We are in the presence of the king. Or the emperor. Okay. Emperor.
It's very easy to mix that up.
King's answer to emperors.
Emperor Jimmu. We are here.
There you go, Carson. I added it.
Twig will also not speak until spoken to, so.
If you just refresh your page, it should pop up.
So we're in front of the Emperor right now? I was not paying attention for like 2 minutes.
That's what I was assuming.
I already added. Okay,
Where,
never mind.
where am I?
Where am I? Well, Nox is wearing his finest clothes. Twig is currently like almost flattened to the floor, head down, in front of Emperor Jimmu. Styre and Brongus are holding hands and pointing at all the shiny stuff in the palace. Finn has not said where he is. Yask has not said where he is, and Nox hasn't said exactly what he's doing.
He's on both knees
There we go.
and bowing.
Yats is gonna get kind of distracted, making sure Brongus and Styre are kind of not messing around too much, and then they're gonna kind of turn back around, see both of you on your knees, and go, "Oh shit!" And they're just gonna kind of also go down on their knees.
You like slide.
Like it's a very graceful kind of put down, but it's their face is a little like, "Oh, okay, oops."
Brongus is gonna go on his knees, and Styre's gonna keep on trying to stand or whatever, and like kind of lean over so Brongus can get on his knees. And Brongus is going to inform Styre that he's not going to get the gold if he doesn't kneel. So Styre does, with everyone else. Not really understanding why though.
Where's Finn?
Finn, are you gonna kneel with everyone else?
He's asleep on a rooftop somewhere.
It wakes up with another wing. Sweet.
Hypothetically, if you had 2 wish rings, if you made a wish, would you get 2 of the same thing? Or would only one be used?
No, I don't think you can. If you try to trick the ring like that, you lose all your wishes.
I think it'll be so sophisticated. I don't know. So I'll just whisper one thing at the band.
Also, this item is so rare, you don't know if 2 of them have ever been near each other. The likelihood of one person having 2 of them is incredible. Anyway, so is everyone bowing to the Emperor?
I think so.
And we can't speak to him, right?
Yeah.
We don't speak until we do.
So he is, as you like walk in, he's standing at his throne talking to someone who looks very official. They are, whereas Emperor Jimmu is a lion. This person he's talking to is like a tiger. And as you approach and kneel in front of him, he looks over at you, points at you, and then points to what you believe is probably one of his servants. This is a goose person wearing a kimono. The kimono is like a deep red color. And then he turns back to the tiger person he was already talking to. The goose comes over, says, they bow to you and say, "Hello, follow me." And he turns.
As you
So we
command.
follow.
I guess we go then.
Gracefully rise to my feet.
So it could be the last one to like realize that they need to get up, and then chase after.
So is everyone following the goose?
Yes.
Okay.
Finn stands up and walk.
Duck, duck, goose.
This goose runs down several hallways, taking different turns, and then stops at a doorway and gestures towards the door.
Go ahead and enter.
As you walk in, you open the door, and inside is an elder Loxodon, which is an elephant person. He's got a very dignified presence, even for his weakened state. His skin is dusky gray, looks very weathered from years of service and wisdom to the Emperor. And you can see even his like tusks have dulled and yellowed. You can see some very luxurious looking robes are hanging to the side on like a little rack. And he's in basically just some simple pajamas. And as you guys enter, he lifts his trunk a little bit and smiles at you. And then just lays back down. The goose says you can talk to Lord Takahiro, but he doesn't know how responsive he'll be. And then says after you've finished, he'll lead you back to the Emperor, who should be finished with his business.
I'm gonna walk up to him. I guess I don't know why I'm taking the lead.
As you approach, he looks up and smiles at you again.
I'm gonna very like. How do I want to describe this? I'm basically just gonna introduce all of us and say that we were asked by the Emperor to try and see if we can do anything to help you with your ailment.
I do not know what it is or what could have caused it.
That's what we're here to try and find out. We're gonna do our best, we promise.
All I know is I was going about my day as usual, just performing the tasks the Emperor gives me, and I started to feel very ill after some time, and the healers tell me that I fainted in the hallway and I woke up here. Haven't had the strength to walk since.
Do you remember what you were doing before you passed out, like specifically?
I was headed down the hallway toward the library. The Emperor had asked me for a book. I don't believe I ever made it.
Oh Lord, was there a new person or being in your vicinity? Somebody new to the keep or castle?
No, sir. The library I was near was in the Emperor's personal wing. No one else goes there but me and him.
Charge y'all
Odd.
in the air.
My lord, may we examine you for, I'm sure that it's been done by healers before, but may we look for points where you might have been poisoned or ensorreled in some way?
Why, yes. Do whatever you believe would help.
This could be a very intrusive search. Is that okay?
You have my full permission.
Okay. I'm gonna take my time and all of my perception to examine him for needle marks, what's the word I'm looking for? Not tattoos, but
Puncture
some
wounds?
sort of puncture wounds. Feet between the toes, and I'm going to ask Yast
Do it.
and and I'm going to ask Yask and Steyer to examine for magical, like ailments on him.
I was just about to say, while he's doing that, I want to cast a detect magic to see if there's anything magical affecting him.
Dyer will cast Identify and to see if there is any shenanigans going on with his ailment. See if it's a regular sickness or if it's a magical sickness.
Actually, I'm gonna let him cast that first, and if it's magical, then I'll use detect magic because that is a spell slot for me.
So, I'll tell you, Nox, you don't have to roll. I would give you advantage, but you were so specific with your wording on your search, I'm not going to have you roll that. You don't find anything that looks like it could be a puncture wound. He's
Okay.
got like normal scrapes and bruises just from being so large and being as old as he appears to be. But nothing looks out of the ordinary. As far as Steyer's Identify goes, you don't get anything back on it being some kind of magical illness. Your best guess would be this is an ordinary illness, but you don't know what it is.
I don't know.
There
Any
is.
magical mark?
Sorry?
Any magical marks or in that inspection?
Like I said, nothing looks out of the ordinary. These all just look like regular scrapes and bruises from him having fallen and all that. Especially considering his age.
Doesn't detect magic can't make things glow during that?
Detect magic? Yes.
name marks on that way, or am I just thinking too much?
You're thinking a lot into it,
Like,
a lot further. Yeah.
it's like Scooby Doo, we rip off the mask and it's Jesse.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Trying to see if I have any more spells that could help, but not really.
Before we end it, because it's almost 11, I do want you guys to have a chance to hear what the Emperor has to say. So, after you guys question him and everything, the goose will lead you guys back to the Emperor, who will suggest that you go to a healer that specializes in rare illnesses in Miyushiri, another capital city in Strumen.
And bring him.
He says that he needs you guys to go because as the Emperor, he's only allowed to call upon the healer that resides within his city, while you guys are allowed to travel wherever you would like. He also tells you that their healer is also not allowed to leave the city. But they should be able to go to, you should be able to go to the healer, tell him the symptoms, and the healer be able to give a correct diagnosis and potential cure.
So we gotta make sure we have like a very detailed description of our findings and what we know so that the healer can do their job. Can you spell the city name for me?
Of course. Miushiri.
Okay, got it.
The Emperor will also tell you that he's sent word through his court wizard that you guys will be on your way. All you have to do is show up to the palace once you get there.
All right, Knox is going to mentally make a note of every abrasion, every bruise, every inch of his body that he examined, every symptom. He's going to make a mental note of every bit of that, even to go to as far as parchment and pen to write it down, so he won't forget it, and put it in a scroll.
So, just add to your inventory that you have a list of Lord Takahiro's symptoms. And then when you get there, just tell me you want to give them that list. You won't have to actually write it down or anything.
I'll brainstorm it with everybody in the party that was there, so that we don't forget a single detail.
So yeah, you don't actually have to like write down a list or anything. Just let me know that you give them the list of symptoms once you get there.
All right.
And yeah, just to let you guys know, the journey there will take a month. It is a solid month of travel.
Oh wow.
Wow. Damn.
While we were talking about things, I have been keeping up with time. Our characters have been on their adventure, well, minus Nox. Our characters have been on their adventure for 9 months and 4 days.
Oh wow. Oh, so we're getting pretty close to that year mark.
Yeah, in game.
You guys will pass through several villages, little small ones on your way there. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to stop and refuel yourselves and stock up on food, supplies, whatever. As far as the travel goes, I'm going to roll a D100 for every week of travel. If any of them result in... Well, it won't be a D100. It'll be a D20. Let me fix that. For each week. And then for any weeks that result in having a fight, I'll roll a D6 to figure out which day of the week that'll happen. And we'll go from there. But that's all that's not all I have. I have the full description of the city. But besides that, that's all I have for this time.
Alrighty. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to play today.
Don't know about spelling, but I do know that I don't have a scroll tube in my. I have a scroll tube in my inventory. I made notes under other and notes in my character sheet, which says Lord Takahara was very sick. Everything looks normal. Knox makes a note of every symptom, every bruise, every abrasion to report to the healer. Brainstormed with the party to make sure every detail makes it onto the parchment, on a parchment, which is stored in the scroll tube.
Sounds good to me.
So that is, yeah. So I have a backpack.
I'll go ahead and tell you. As far as your searching of Lord Takahiro, there isn't anything you guys could have found with the ways you have of finding things. But you have plenty of evidence to figure out what it is with the healer. You just have to get there. And not get dragged into 13 other side quests. So,
yeah,
I'll go ahead and end it here on YouTube at least, and then we can converse between ourselves for a little bit. So, bye everybody who watches this in the future. Because I don't think anybody watched it today.
It's usually after the but it's also for us to enjoy.